What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of A Wolf in Geek's Clothing, hosted by yours truly, Wolfson, and with me, as always, Mike Phoenix Hero. Let's go!
What up?
How's it going, bro? It's been a while.
It has, yeah.
I know it's been. We were on a big hiatus this past month, man.
Yeah, you got sick. You got your new job, but things are more settled now, right?
Yeah, much more settled than it was. October, for some reason, was just not my month at all. It was just like not NA. But you know, now we hit it to November, which is my birthday month. Let's go. We're getting there. It'll be much more active this month, you know. And then December will be the most I'll be active with the podcast. Once we hit January and February, podcasts will start to slow down a little bit because that's when, you know, the preparations for my son to arrive, you know. So so I'm taking advantage of it as much as possible. Even if we don't have anything to talk about, there's always something to talk about. It is what it is. So yeah, dude, like I miss you, man. I miss you. I'm not gonna lie. I miss you, and it's a good thing I saw you last week on Locals, man.
Last week was not your week, though.
You know what I was telling my wife that after I got out, can you believe that I was so excited? I was so excited to go to Locals because I haven't gone in a while. And I was like, man, I'm gonna be with my friends. I'm gonna see all the boys. You know, I'm gonna be playing. I got this deck ready to go, and I'm gonna this and that. None of that went the way I wanted it to. So when I left, I called my wife. I say, hey, babe, I'm on my way to pick you up. So, you know, get ready. Oh, cool. How was the Locals? I was like, it's okay. It's like, what? Why? You didn't have a great time? I said, no. I was happy to see all my friends and whatnot. I'm happy for the community and whatnot. It's just, how can I describe this? I sucked that day.
Pause.
No, did in 3 different TCGs.
Nani?
How does that even possible? I was like, what? And she's like, I don't understand. And it's like, weren't you playing Yugioh? It's like, yeah, no. I was playing Yugioh. I quit after the second round because I lost both rounds. And I was not going to play in the third round. And then I switched to One Piece. And I played with George. And we were playing in One Piece with George. I played twice with George. Lost twice against him. Badly. To the point that the first game was bad. The second game is like, oh, I got the hang of it. Now I can do this. And all of a sudden, you just whoop my ass. And I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to ask Mike to play UnionArena. And it's like, yeah. And we played UnionArena, and I just did not have it all. And
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Yeah, it was not your day.
How is that possible that in all 3 TCGs, I just lose all of it? At least one, at least give me one of them and be like, I got a victory on this one. And the thing is that you said it yourself, like, oh, I haven't played UnionArena in a while. So it's like, okay, maybe I have a little bit of advantage. I got this.
Emotional damage.
Nope.
Sorry.
So for that, you know, I get the bun for that for myself.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Because I came with the expectations. It's like, I'm coming back. I'm coming strong. Let's win some locals. Let's build out that store credit. I want that Gundam booster that's coming next year. I want those crossover breakers. You know, I want those Ryzeals. And it was just like complete failure from there on. I was just like, yep, nope. I said to myself, like, I'm retiring this fucking deck. I don't care about the new support. Like, I'm retiring. As soon as Ryzeal comes out, I'm just gonna give it to Travis. It's like, yo, give me store credit. Then we trade for all these. Come on, I'll take it.
Yeah,
that because I was done. I was completely done, and I said to myself, wow, I have no idea what I'm playing this week. I re-strategized the UnionArena cards, so now I'm playing more mid-range, which what I started early on when UnionArena came about. So now I'm gonna go ahead, play a little bit Byakuya, Rukia, Ichigo range. That's very mid-range. I could go back and forth. I can go control and at the same time go combo. And One Piece, well, I'm still playing the black yellow Luffy, but George convinced me to play the purple Luffy, and now I want to play that one. I already got the cards. I'm just waiting for them to arrive. And then for locals on Yu-Gi-Oh, I still to this day I don't know what I'm playing. Nothing of my decks is like I thought people will argue it's like just go play Tenpai. Isn't Tenpai one of your best decks? It's like, yeah, it is one of my best decks, but so far Tenpai hasn't been performing well and it hasn't caught up in this current meta, so it's kind of weird to it. Also, the way my mind's, I don't know how you do it. Honestly, I don't know how you do it, Mike. But in my mindset, whenever I go locals, and if I win at locals with the current deck, I get bored right away and just like, all right, I need another challenge. I need another challenge, and I need to challenge myself once more, because it's like if I keep beating everybody with the same deck, then and it's no more fun. I just rather just challenge myself with a different deck and then just try experiment. I don't know how you did it. I don't know how you did it with Kashtira all year round. No, seriously, I commend you.
It's a weak deck, so it's always an uphill battle.
Yeah, and you somehow come over victory and win them on the majority of the locals. That's why I gotta give it to you. You're definitely considered more of a pro player status. The fact that you can beat people with quote unquote weak deck and you still manage to win at locals. Skills of the player, not the deck.
Thanks.
No. So like I said myself, it's like, yeah, my final investment will be on Ryzeal. I'm just gonna play Ryzeal all year round until something changes. Which the announcement of the new Punk cards was like, oh my god, yeah, the new Punk cards are got released like for the quarter century bot set that's coming in the OCG that has Punk support, Dragon Maid support, and Orcus support, which is two out of the three decks that I love to play, Orcus and Punk. So the fact that they're also releasing the Punks and they announced the two cards, so it's like, bro, Punks look pretty decent. So I'm excited for next year to play it out. But between Ryzeal and Punk, I'll be satisfied. Of course, like I said, it's my last investment based off, I'm having a child. So I had to be very, very careful with my cards and what I'm investing. But needless to say, this week, I still don't know what I'm playing. I don't know if I'm going to go play Tenpai or I'm just going to go back to Centurion Bestials. I'm just going to go with Vanquish Show for no reason, just to win and lose for no reason. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I've been on a bad juju for a while, and I need to get out of my funk. So it's a surprise for me. It's gonna be a surprise for you as it is for me of what I'm playing this Saturday. So I'm not looking forward to it. Well, I am looking forward to see everybody, but I'm not looking forward to whatever I'm playing. I'm just I'm not gonna discuss much about my side of the locals because it's like I lost both rounds and I just like gave the third round to this guy. Keep forgetting his name. What did I lose to? I lost to who did I lose to on the first round? Did I lose to Matt? Was it Matt that I played?
I played Matt first round.
Oh, then who did I play against? No, it could have been George. Was it George? Oh shit!
You remember the deck?
Oh shit! George did beat me twice that day in two different TCGs. Oh fuck! Oh no! Oh no! I repressed that memory. Damn. Yeah, I did. And then on the second round was Val with his ancient gear, which I completely misplayed that, and I get the button for that part.
Congratulations.
That deck is hard to beat. I know where to hit it and it's still hard. Like once he has that continuous spell, that you can no longer interact, you basically lose.
That's the spell that I misplay. I had an Asamina, the Omni Asamina, and I should have tributed that Omni Asamina once he activated it to negate and destroy. I misplay on that one. And then the second misplay within that same turn was I was able to manage to pull out the Diabel combo, which allows me to synchro summon. Instead of synchro summoning the other white forest that Book of Eclipse everybody, I should have done Sapper Shrimp.
That one.
I should have done Sapper Shrimp.
Book Eclipse don't matter. It's a fusion deck.
Yeah. I should have
Fusion's allowed to check. Yeah.
I should have done the Sapper Shrimp, popped the continuous trap that he had. And once I popped it, then like automatically synchro summon to Chaos Angel, and Chaos Angel just banish. I didn't even know why I was thinking that. It just went in my, it was like, I can't believe it. I suck at this.
Pause.
No, did he?
Like, nope.
I mean, it's not a common deck. I won't blame you too much. Like,
no, it's not a common.
Like if I don't open the right hand, I lose to that.
Yeah, and that was a third game. First game he got. A second game I destroyed him. There was no way he was ever gonna interact. And in the third game he choked point on me, and I keep saying like, oh my god, this guy's playing gold second all around. And I went switch gold second cards. I was like, fuck. So I was like, all right, at least I was able to get the Omni, but then he just had combo. As soon as he just pulled that card, that was nothing I could do. That it was done so at that point. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna continue on with the other one. So I just gave it to the player. Then, One Piece again losing, and then UnionArena. Well, we know how that went. So that was my local experience. It's like, wow, it really sucks the fact that I came back after a month and then I just lose on all three TCG fronts. Like, who have you ever heard of such a thing like that?
Well, that's what happens when you take a hiatus.
Yeah,
some people can turn it on and off. Like, I think I can turn it off on and off. But some people, like, if you take a break, you have to like ease up to it. It's like working out. Like, if you don't go to the gym for a month, you're not going to reach the same PRs you were doing the last time you went. Like,
that is a good point. I'm gonna keep telling myself that. Thank you. It's like going to the gym. Now I'm coming back next week. It's okay. I'm coming back next week. The following week I won't be able to, but the other week for Thanksgiving I will. Yeah, I'll be there. There. But yeah, how was your experience? Or what do you think?
So that's my first time dueling in a month. Because like I've been going last week, I had an event, so I didn't join I was there at the shop in the beginning, but I was like, I have something to do, so I didn't join. The week before, I didn't want to play, and then the 2 weeks before that, like I didn't play either. I was just like those 2 weeks, I was playing like UnionArena, and I was just like playing that hard with like people there, because more people were like opening packs and stuff like that. So this week, I was like, okay, I'm coming back. I will play. I brought back Hashtira after not playing it for like 2 months, because I was playing the
Snake Eyes.
Was it the Snake Eyes, Fiend Smith,
Asamina,
Fenrir, Asamina, yeah.
What
so I decided to play. Game one was against Matt. He was playing the Chimera Illusion deck. Yeah, Chimera Illusion.
Mm-hmm.
With the Diabel that makes you like set your cards.
Oh yeah, that annoying card.
Yeah. Game one, I won. Game two, he won. Game three, I won.
Mm-hmm.
Then game two was against Branded. Game one, I won. It was kind of funny because the guy opened. He played Aluber to search Branded Fusion. And then he played Branded Fusion, and I'm like, cool, Ash Blossom. And then he passed turn.
The easiest target.
And then,
come on.
Yeah. And then I summoned Unicorn, and he's like, okay, game two. Game 2 is kind of funny. He set up a full board. I go and you know how I am when I play. I go like draw anything in standby.
Yeah.
So I reiterate because he had a Cartesia on the field, or maybe the one that fuses.
Quem?
And I was like, yeah, Quem. I was like, anything in draw phase. He's like, no. I'm like, sure. He's like, yeah. I'm like, anything in standby. He's like, no. And I'm like, okay, main phase 1. He's like, Quem. I'm like, dude, you cannot do that. I have priority. And then he's like, oh, and I'm just like, raw spear your entire board.
Psych.
Yeah. And you know, like, I don't try to like rush people out, but that's why I'm just like, hey, like, do you have anything in draw? Right, he's like, no. I'm like, do you have anything in standby? No. I'm like, okay, main phase 1. He's like, quick effect. I'm like, I have priority. So let me just tribute your board away. The thing is, I didn't have enough to OTK him.
Oh.
And then he brought out a Dragoon. His top deck was Dragoon. Sorry, not Red Eyes. Dark Magician. Why am I forgetting? His top deck was Dark Magician, and he goes into Dragoon, and then he's able to pop my stuff. Negate my stuff. I'm like, yeah, like just off of that, I couldn't. And during that, the turn I had, I couldn't OTK him because, and I don't know why, he let me have 4 Cashier monsters on the field, and then he goes D-Barrier Xyz. And I'm like, you should have done that, like, at my second, when I had 2 level 7s, that's when you should D-Barrier me. Like, it was just weird. Like, that he, like, you're not supposed to shotgun it, because if you shotgun it at the beginning of the turn, I'm like, cool, I can do SP plays, because like now I know like I'm Xyz locked. So he was correct by not shotgunning it, but he was incorrect by not using it after my second like level 7 on the field. And the thing was, I was gonna go into Typhon and then bounce back my raw spear for next turn, but because he Xyz locked me, I couldn't go into Typhon. Because I love that combo. I just love summoning raw spear and then bouncing it back for next turn. So even if I can't OTK you, like, okay, if I can't OTK you, I'll just bounce back. So even if you set up a board, you know I'm gonna tribute away 3 monsters.
Right.
So he got that one. And then game 3, I got it. He was struggling against my favorite card. I think I have it here. Oh, you can't see it.
Wait.
There you can.
Zombie World.
Ooh. Because he was trying to fuse and stuff, and I'm like, you don't own a spellcaster. You don't own a dragon.
You don't have a dragon.
You don't own, yeah. Yeah. I used it against you when you were playing Senpai. It catches so many people off guard.
Yeah, that's definitely a killer, bro.
Yeah, he was struggling to get a play out, and then I just won it. I was like, yeah, you can't fuse into the right things. And for me, like, I said he could take the fusions back, but he still went into stuff thinking it would like help. And I was like, yeah, like you're kind of locked. The thing is, Branded's weird because Branded, a lot of them just require a light or dark, which is like Zombie World doesn't affect it. But the good ones are like, you need a spellcaster, you need you need this, you need that. And so Zombie World just like kind of locked him out from it. Then round 3 was against Centurion. Game 1, I shifted him and just went OTK. Game 2,
wait, he couldn't play on the shifter? Wait, what?
He said he couldn't.
How?
I don't know.
Centurion can play under shifter.
I think a lot of the new cards don't.
No, Outzilla, like you can still get an Outzilla because Outzilla allows you to get any Centurion card from either graveyard or banishment. So you can still make Crimson Dragon. Like you can still make plays under shifter. You can play under shifter. I'm telling you because I play shifter on my Centurion deck.
Oh, well, you know what else happened?
What?
So I shifted him, and then when he got the tuner out, I spellbound him.
Oh, makes more sense now. Yeah.
But there are other cards he couldn't do, like the field spell. The cost is send the graveyard,
Yeah,
so he can't. So he can't pay cost for that. So he needed that because that's what he tried to do. And I'm like, yeah, you can't do that under shifter.
Oh yeah.
All
right.
So just
Yeah, at that point, yeah, he messed up.
Yeah. So shifter, spellbound,
Game 2.
and then but he still got it.
On game 2.
Yeah, because he still set up like somewhat a board, but like I raw speared him, but I just could not. He was just popping everything I had. Like,
Ooh.
So I was like, I just did not have an advantage. Also, he synchro zoned me, so I couldn't like OTK that turn. Yeah, I think if that wasn't on the field, I probably could have just won it that game. But then game 3, I shifted him again and I got it. He said he couldn't play through it, so I was like, okay. So I won the whole tournament, and that was my locals.
Undefeated.
Just brought back cash.
Bringing back the boys.
I opened Wallows opening hand 0 times.
Mm-hmm.
I top decked it against Matt, which was so horrible because I'm just like, yeah, I'll play for Wallows because I know he had not branded. He had Chimera Fusion.
Okay.
So I was like, I might as well just play it because then he's just gonna summon Chimera Fusion. I just get 1 free draw. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, whatever. But it was just so annoying, and I think that's why I understand people say that like, they wish like when you start the game, like the going second player opens 6, but they don't get a draw because it's like that whole game would have been different if I had my Wallows in hand. The fact that I top decked it and it was kind of useless was like, yeah, this is pretty useless. Yeah, so it was interesting. I think I'm just gonna stick with cash. I think I'm just gonna disband my
your Snake Eyes
Fiend Smith. Yeah, the thing is, I'm also trying to play the Ryzeal deck.
Yeah,
I'm playing it like Cashier Ryzeal. That is so broken.
Let's talk about that. So beginning coming up like in a few weeks, bro. Actually, 3 weeks from now, Crossover Breakers is gonna be out. So in supposedly 2 weeks from now, we should have the rarities of it. You know, hopefully we'll see. Hopefully it's a little bit more balanced in which, you know, not all the ultra rare slots are gonna be on Ryzeal. Like, no, there's gonna be a balance between Ryzeal and Maliss and the other one that nobody cares, but I feel like it's a sleeper.
Yeah.
Like it's a sleeper somehow. Like Memento was a sleeper for the longest time. Nobody gave a shit. Everybody thought Memento sucked until they got like support like on every other set, and now it's like a meta relevant deck. Like we can discuss that later on, but let's talk about Ryzeal and Maliss that's coming in a few weeks. We're very excited for it, and hopefully doesn't cost us an arm and a leg, and everything's all balanced out. Luckily, it's all ultra rares. So right now, what people don't realize, like Konami doing the most Konami shit ever, because of course, they announce when are we receiving 7 Tachyon, which 7 Tachyon is a spell card that's designated for the Tachyon cards. And has been working only for that archetype. However, in the OCG, Ryzeal has been utilizing 7 Tachyons to search their starters. It's an easy extension. Cool. Search, bam, got my starter. Start your combo. That's why Ryzeal is right now ranked one of the highest represented decks in the OCG, and we're gonna see that as well. The problem is that we're not gonna see 7 Tachyons until March, which is the most Konami shit that they could ever do. I thought Konami was gonna release, you know, something like that in October or whatnot. I didn't realize they're gonna release it very far away, and it's gonna be under the set called Maze of the Masters. I don't know why they want
another maze.
Yeah, another maze. But you know, it is what it is. But I will say that this means that I don't think Ryzeal was gonna be good. It's gonna be good enough when you put more engines in it. You know, I don't think it's gonna be like tier 1. I think Maliss will have the upper edge because it's a shifter deck. Like you can banish everything and they'll still play through. So that doesn't matter to us, at least, because for us it's like that's cool because we'll find ways to make Ryzeal even broken, you know, before 7 Tachyons, which is released on Mesa Masters on March, like mid-March, which is why that far away. I don't know. Why couldn't they release it on February? I don't know. I guess they're taking all the criticisms for us that be telling them I'm spreading out the products between months so that way there's a breather. However, I don't know. I always complain about Konami, but at this point, you know what? I guess they did the right thing, which this tells us it's not a confirmed thing, guys. This is us conspiracy theory talking, but this can almost be proven that on the next ban list, Bonfire will get hit. I don't know if it's gonna get banned. That's too far-fetched, but it will be limited. It has to. Either semi or 1, it's gonna get like the Rota treatment. You want to search something, it's gonna be under 1. And the reason why we're saying that is because I'm here. Rarity Collection got released. Bonfire got a reprint on multiple rarities. And we've seen this before with Appaloosa and Burrow on the Floor. Rarity Collections, you know, different rarities. Konami managed to squeeze the juice out of all these cards and sell it at whatever price it is. Now they have a reason to ban it or limit it. In this case, I feel will be limited because it's definitely a card that Ryzeal needs. Because one of the starters is a Pyro. Pyro, right? It searches Pyro.
Yeah.
One of the starters is a Pyro. So obviously it's an easy access. So we can play Bonfire right now before 7 Tachyons. But this just proves us that, Ryzeal will premature get hit before March. 100%. Because why? They want to sell 7 Tachyons. And this was an argument that I was having with Travis last Saturday. Because Travis is like trolling with like, man, that set is not going to sell. That set is not going to sell. I'm like, Travis, what are you talking about? Crossover Breakers has 2 meta decks. That's like crazy in the OCG. Everybody wants to get a piece of it, right? Coming on March, you got like 7 different themes happening, and people who bought for Ryzeal, who invested on Ryzeal, will want to get the 7 Tachyons because that's another searcher. It's an easy searcher, and it makes a lot of sense. And get this, they confirm it. Well, they haven't confirmed, but this is us confirming. They confirmed that there's going to be 6 secret rares. 6. We've never seen that on the maze. On the first 2 mazes, there were no secret rares. It was either quarter century or collectors, right? Ultra rares. So this is the first time they do this. And then 13 ultra rares, and then the rest are just rare, supers and rares. Yeah. I'm saying it right now. 7 Tachyons is gonna be a secret rare. If Konami puts it on ultra rare, bro, they fumbled the bag. Because it's definitely a win for us, 100%, if they put 7 Tachyons as an ultra. But in Konami fashion, we can see it that it's gonna be a secret rare. Because if you look at all the themes, there's like 7 different themes. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna put a secret rare at least 6 out of those 7 themes. Like, all right, like it makes sense. Tachyon cards. All right, we're gonna put 7 Tachyons. That's what makes or breaks that deck alone. Because the deck alone, the Tachyon cards, you splash Bestials in it. That deck it goes nuts. It's another D-Link deck. So with triple Omni negates. I'm kidding you not. I was excited to play that deck too, but you know. They have the Kaiba support, which is like the ETCs. They're definitely gonna put in secret rare on one of those ETCs. They have the Trick Stars. They have the Perform Mage. They have Odeon cards. Odeon has a new archetype itself. They put Ichizu cards. Now we're putting Odeon. 10 brand new cards. They're definitely gonna put it on a secret rare in those Odeon cards. That leaves us one more. I forgot what was the other one, that it was like another sought out card or archetype that people or like, you know, for casual competitive casual players. I forgot. But you already got 6. So obviously they're gonna put 7 tokens as the secret rare because it's definitely be the sought out card. It's the chase card. That's the card that everybody's gonna get, and it's a playset. So they're gonna limit Bonfire into 1 and sell 7 tachyons. And guess what? It's gonna be like the Bonfire, but a little bit more expensive. You need 3 of those, and that's gonna cost you an arm and a leg. You're looking at $300 out of it. It's gonna happen. And again, I was arguing with Travis this entire time because he doesn't seem to grasp or understand the concept. It's like, dude, if there's a set that you want to invest on that one. Like right now, out of the Konami sets, that's the one as a vendor you should invest because everybody wants to grab that one. Especially for casual players, like people who are into the UnionArena, to the Union cards, like the Kaiba cards, or the Trick Stars, the Performance. You know, they're all anime fan based cards. Anybody who's into that, they want to, bro. Odeon, obviously, anybody who grew up watching Yu-Gi-Oh, the original series, who watches the Battle Series with Joey and see those Odeon cards. Anybody who's in that era, of course they want to invest on that. They want to play it. And of course, the meta players that want to get 7 tokens and they'll break cases just so they can get a whole playset. You're telling me that's not the time you should invest on a product when you know, holy shit, it's gonna come. It's gonna be a freaking blowout set. Everybody wants to. Anybody who was playing Ryzeal, who wants to play Ryzeal in the future, they have to invest on this set, one way or another. Whether it's individually they have to buy the cards, or they want to buy the boxes, and then oh my god, abracadabra! I just pulled the secret, or they want to buy the case itself. However you want to see it. And I've been telling him, and it wasn't until I finally got to him when I told him, like, yo, they're gonna limit Bonfire. Bonfire is gonna be limited to 1, and everybody's gonna go ahead. And then I managed to pull, for instance, like, oh, okay, I can see now that's a Konami move. It's like, yeah, it is a Konami move. Konami's definitely gonna be doing that ridiculous thing. But that's how I'm looking at it. That's how I'm looking at the future. How it's like, holy shit. Konami doing its best, man. Great ways for that to squeeze our money out, bro. That whole rant, man. That just leaves us with 2 months, 2 or 3 months, 2.5 months. That's right. 2 or 3 months.
December, January, 3. Yeah,
3 months. So 3 months of Ryzeal playing suboptimal, which brings us, okay, this is a good challenge. We can make Ryzeal great. Like, we can put a better version. Obviously, people will say, oh, with, you know, the Sakitamas and the Aritamas, you add prosperity. You maximize on the bonfires. You maximize on frost to search the bonfire, to search on the other crap, blah, 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 blah. But then again, what you said was the most genius shit ever.
Cash Tira, yeah.
Just blast.
There's another XCs. Yeah. I play around with it online, and a lot of people will say, like, save the Ash, Effect Veiler, whatever, for my either my unicorn or my Cashier Theosis. And I'm like, cool, full Ryzeal combo then. Because he's wasted your hand traps. So like, I'm not too like Yeah, I think the deck is cool. The thing is, like, you have to find the right balance when you're making the extra deck, because for me, I'm like, I have the one Shenri era, and I think like Mecha Phantom Beast just for removal. Because I don't think Ryzeal has removal, but it's like reactive. Like you have to wait for them to use effects before you can like remove stuff.
Yeah, after the fact. Yeah.
So I added that. Oh no, I didn't even add that. I added Dark Armed, the Dragon of Annihilation. So
right,
like the sibling card, and then Big Eye just to take stuff. So those 3 XEs are the ones I'm playing.
Why Shangri-La? But is it for to build up defense and continue to spam Cashiras on the board? Okay, I didn't see that. All right.
And I think sometimes you might need the deck space. Sorry, the field space. So
race
sometimes,
off?
like, okay, not race off. You might need like the actual monster zones available during your combo. So then you can just go into Sherry Era, do your combo, and then on the next turn summon Fenrir if you have space or not.
Right. Okay. That's definitely one way I want to go. I want to play test that way. I know, like I was building the deck. I splashed the Cashtira package, and I have Big Eye and Dark Arm. I didn't put Shangri-La. I put Flare Metal for burn. And it's because I like the small cashier package is just the free Fenrirs and Ryzeal with Race Off. That's just the small engine part. Like I didn't go how you went local, just like let's just go cashier. Why not?
Yeah.
Which that looked more suitable for meta play. That makes a lot more sense because no matter what, it doesn't matter. Kashira will lock you into at seas just like Ryzeal. It's like it doesn't matter. You're already under at seas.
Yeah, the thing is you have to do the Kashira stuff first. Because the Ryzeals lock you into rank 4 for the rest of the turn.
Oh, I see.
So like you kind of you need a good pilot. It's not like a lot of people say Cashier is brain dead, whatever. But you really need to pilot both of decks correctly, because if you lock yourself out of one or the other, then you're kind of screwed. Because I think there is one of the main deck monsters is like you can summon it for free, but you only control like rank 4 or Ryzeal monsters. So you can't summon that if you have a cashier on the field. So like you have to know like what cards you can play in your hand, and then like what is better value. Because if you're just gonna summon Fenrir, then you can't do any other play. Then there's no point of summoning Fenrir. But if you can summon the Ryzeal and then do your full combo,
right, then
that's way better than one Fenrir on board. So I think definitely having the right like pilot, and then of course just play testing. I might take the sharing ear out. I don't know. I kind of like it there with the race off. Like even if you open race off, they're gonna get rid of it because they have their own field spell.
Yeah, exactly.
That you need.
Yeah, you definitely need the other field
because it lets you like target 2 cards and then draw 1, and then shuffle 2, draw 1. So you need the field spell,
and then negate after the fact, which that one's also broken as it is.
But yeah, so going back, I guess overall thoughts. I mean, I think even without 7 Tachyon, it's pretty good because again they have Bonfire limited. Like 7 Tachyon is just a 1-card starter, so it's like okay, we're trading off.
Right.
Like I think having like 9 card starters or 12 is like way too degenerate. So I do agree they're going to limit it, or maybe not. Konami sometimes doesn't care. They're like, yeah, have this full power. Who cares? Have full power tier limit. Who cares? So they might not
to remind people,
Yeah. The thing is, I can see it be semi-limited. I don't think they're going to limit it because the only reason Rhoda is limited is because it's not once per turn. Like Bonfire is once per turn. Opening multiple is a brick.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Like in back in the day, Rhoda, you can just like if you have 3 Rhoda, that's crazy. You just thin your deck by 3 cards. Like you don't break. It's not once per turn. It's like, oh, search Strato, search, Captain Mod or whoever. And then, but if you open 3 bonfires, it's feel bad because you can use one and then the other ones are just dead in your hand.
Right.
So I can see it being semi-limited. I don't see it being limited to one. Or they can just ban it and be degenerate, be like, hey, you spent all this money and you got it,
Yeah, which is ridiculous. But then again, it's a Konami move. It's
Yeah.
like, we've seen it. We've seen this multiple times by Konami. It won't surprise us.
Speaking of, do you want to talk about the Bonanza?
Sure. Let's talk about Bonanza set, It's, in my hands, it was just like, this is a pile of flop. But a lot of people are saying, no, this is a great set. For Edison format players, it was great. Because anybody who's playing those Time Wizard formats, it makes a lot of sense. They needed to reprint those old cards, because I do agree with some of the comments. Like, some of these old cards were a little bit too expensive for that to be old. And the only ones that you could have gotten was like lightly play or moderate play, and it was still expensive. For them to have an upgraded version of it and have multiples, it made sense for those Time Wizard players. Now, for us, it was just like, what? 400 cards for this? And then they started dropping like, oh yeah, reprints of Frost, reprints of Bonfire, reprints of SP, reprints of Prometheus, reprints of this, reprints of that. I was like, what was the whole point of reprinting those cards in the tins? What the hell was the purpose of it?
Now you have it in every single rarity except common.
Yeah, that's the only one that was missing. I just need a common card. But it was a big winner for a lot of vendors, apparently. Apparently, I don't know. What are your thoughts in all this?
You know what? I'll agree with online. I do think some of the reprints were really good. I do agree some of them were wild. Like, did Dio Bellstar really need one? Did Prometheus need one? No. I'm looking at the card set right now. But I'll say some good. I mean, like Malicious is pretty cool. Like Armageddon Knight, no. Fable Lori, like the common was like $5. A common being $5 is a bit crazy. Like a common should be 10 cents always. Like
always.
So they brought that down. The Dragon Ruler is now in a higher rarity. That's cool. I don't know. I just like some of these cards in the higher rarities, like the Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood. Now you can buy both arts and QCR.
That's true. I did got myself a playset and I got it for $2 for like, the higher rarity and whatnot.
But Protos.
Oh yeah,
Protos needed a reprint. Nemesis Corridor needed a reprint.
Yeah, the Nemesis cards, Colossus,
Thunder Dragon Colossus. Yeah,
which is like
then there were, and then again, nice to have like Mecha Phantom Beast. That's QCR, totally awesome. Some of the Charmers in higher rarities. Well, all the Charmers came out in Starlight, but those are like 200 to 500.
Right
now you can buy the QCRs for like way cheaper.
Yeah.
Finally, the hero poly, the poly with the hero art. I bought every single version of that, so I have 7 copies for no reason.
Couldn't you just settle with one QCR, one prismatic collector's rare?
No, one Brasinatrix is on it. I need it. Brasinatrix is my favorite card, and she's on the artwork. The Bonfire reprints. I mean, they just they would need to reprint, no, but it made it super affordable, and I can buy the super for what, $1, less than that. Same with Thrust. I mean, Thrust might be a bit more expensive, but it's not. You're paying the $80, like $100 mark that you had to at the beginning when it came out. I mean, Wanted, pretty good because again the Azamina stuff, and then the nostalgic set. Like I'll say like a bunch of cards that haven't been reprinted in years, now reprinted. Like Card of Safe Return. The last time was 2009 Retro Pack,
Sheesh.
This one, Dimensional Fusion, that came out in Invasion of Chaos.
Wow. Yeah, that was my time.
And then it got banned in like After Dark Revelation. And then there's the Return from the Different Dimension. That got banned after the Lost Entry. So 2011. So it's been more than 10 years since without a reprint. And I agree, like other cards like Cyberstein's pretty cool. Macro, Defissure, Future Fusion, Instant Fusion, Destiny Draw. Like, yeah, older formats definitely got like, got rewarded because now they can use high rarity cards for them. Like Fishborg Blaster, last time was 2011. Let's see. Oh, Ronin Tony. Well, Ronin Tony had a bunch of common reaps. Never mind. I think there's a lot of good cards if you try and play old. So I can see the value of that. And also like I did like that they give you like a high rarity from that pack. Like they made the nostalgic set. Like we're only having two. You don't have the platinum or the QCR. There's no super or none of that. Right. So I felt like it really wasn't pack filler. Because if you're trying to build, let's say, like Necros, well, you can get all the Necros cards in Platinum or QCR now. And then another thing, which I guess some people don't really care about, but those cards now have the updated, like, I think so, like problem-solving text, the PS. So, like, now cards will say, like, the cost, colon, blah, blah, blah. Because cards in the day never had that. So, a lot of the cards function the same way. Like, the cards function the same way. They're not nerfed and not
it's just worded properly.
Errata or whatever. It's just worded in modern day. So now there's no more like, because before, and again for the listeners don't know, before a bunch of cards would say like you can use this card on either player's turn. That means quick effect.
Yes,
but that wasn't a thing back then, but it is now. So a bunch of these old cards now say quick effect instead of saying like you can use this during his or her turn. Now it's like, you can use this on the quick effect, do this action.
Right.
And also the quick effect is, behind a colon, so I think like that was kind of needed, but I think a lot of the speed duel sets kind of took care of a bunch of those cards as well. So it wasn't like a bunch of cards where, okay, we bought a bunch of like modern cards, older cards into the modern text era, but there was a good amount to be like, yeah, I think some of these cards were needed. Because if you look at like some of the cards I mentioned, like not Painful Choice, like Dimension Fusion, right? Mm-hmm. Now it literally says like pay 2,000 life points, semicolon, each player special summons as many of their banished monsters as possible. Before that read like cancer. Like it'll probably be like both players pick from like all their monsters that were removed from play and they place it on, So like a bunch of that got like really condensed. So I think it did benefit Yu-Gi-Oh! In a third way that like a lot of people don't think about. But a lot of those cards are now like written in the modern like format, text format. So a lot of people don't think about that stuff, but that is kind of important because now there's no more argument of like this is what Konami meant to say or meant to do. Because now it's like, well, we have them now. Like Konami wrote it out for us. There's no more debate. All the cards function the same, but it's just written like this. Yeah. So I did like the set, and again, I just like high rarity. So like, I'll admit it, like I'm a bit biased.
I just wish that all these reprints for the mother ones, for like the Rarity Collection free reprints, I really wish that they didn't reprint it in the tins, and we can just enjoy this Rarity Collection a lot more better. Because at that point,
or reprint it in the tins, but put better cards in those slots. Right. Like, where's the All Art Ash, All Art Ghost Bow? Like, there's a bunch of cards missing they could add. They're still meta.
Right. Again,
just pull up any brand. Yeah, like they could add Fire Kings, a couple Fire Kings. Like, yeah. I will say again, I really liked. They brought back a bunch of cards that were banned. Right, like Colossus was banned. They got limited, semi-limited. Boom, Rare Collection 3. And then because of that, Nemesis Quarter got reprinted. Nemesis Quarter had one printing that was like sitting at $20. A super was $20 each.
And Bro was at $40, $50.
40, yeah. Yeah, good. Rare. Yeah, another good example. Yeah. That was banned, unlimited, and then it got taken off, and then Rarity Collection 3. So I'll say like they're kind of doing good by like the ban list at least. Mm-hmm. But again, some of these spots I'm like, listen, Malicious doesn't need another reprint. And that's coming from a Hero fan. I love like that. Like Malicious could have been in a nostalgic set. It didn't have to be in the Rarity Collection 3 set.
Right.
Like Malicious could have been a nostalgia set. And then there's other cards. If you ask any hero player, they'll tell you like we have like every hero deck plays Cross Crusader, and it's the highest printing is a rare.
Oh,
It only comes in common or rare. So they're like, how like this is a 2 of in every hero deck, and they refuse to print it in a high rarity. And like people are like, well, why'd you print Malicious when everyone already has like a high rarity, you know, Malicious? Right. So a bunch of these calls didn't make sense to me. A bunch of them did make sense to me. I just need to know who's working there so I can talk to them, sit them down, and be like, y'all trolling. Like y'all did a bit good, but then you're still trolling. Like I won't say this set was a flop. Some of these reprints are good, but I will say like not every pick was a good pick. Some of them were just atrocious. Mm-hmm. Like Armageddon Night. Like I mean, again, it came off the ban list, right? Like Armageddon Night not 3. I get it why it was there, but there's a bunch of common printings. It was literally in the Shadal, you know,
strategy,
the Shadal structure deck. So you have common printing still out there. Yeah,
it's just the choices. Again, I feel. Let me ask you this: do you feel that this Bonanza set or Rarity Collection free? Did you feel that they did a better job on this set than they did on Rarity Collection 2?
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people are happy, and I think if you ever want to play an old format, this like you got the cards. Like you can't really complain anymore. Like we got the Dragon Rulers, we got all the Necros, a bunch of old band cards. Like I said, like last printing was 2005 or 2011.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy to think about that 2011 is considered old printing. Like we're really in 2024. That's crazy.
And the fact the fact that common card that was only the one printing, oh no, it's at $12, at $10, at $20.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. It's ridiculous to have a common card to be that like no way. Mm-hmm. There's
so I'll go back to your question. I do think Rarity Collection 3 was good. Now, Rarity Collection 4, I don't know what they're gonna do.
You think there's gonna be a 4? Did they announce?
Dude, there's gonna be a 4. There's no way, bro. Like when they said this is like it's coming to an end. It's like, yeah, this is the end of the beginning. Oh, no, this is the beginning of the end of the end of the beginning. Yeah. So you're like, wait, where are we? It's like, yeah, we're just starting the ending of the beginning. Like that's where we're at,
bro. Like
we're still big, dude. It's not real. They said they're printing into 2025.
Oh my god.
Supreme Darkness has having QCRs and Maze of Master as well.
That's the thing that I don't understand. I thought the point of having a QCR, it's called quarter century rarity, is for you to get it the 25th anniversary. That was last year. Why are we still printed this all the way until next year? Is that gonna be a new thing now? Not everybody's gonna have a QCR until it hits the 30th anniversary. Now it's no longer a QCR. Now it's called the dime. They
might. I think they hear feedback, and a lot of people like the higher rarities. Like, let's be honest, people like the higher rarities.
Right.
But the thing, the starlights were just way too hard to pull, right? Like you had 4 starlights from each set, and then the 5th one was an old card, an old meta card. Right. So like you'll have 4 cards from the set, and then they're like, let's pick DD Crow. And it's like, what? Why? Like, who needs a Starlight DD Crow? And then DD Crow, and then that printing is sitting at 300 because it's a Starlight. So now it's like, okay, yeah, the most expensive QCR is Follows. I'll give you that. But if you look at the average 20 to 100 max, you know, like Follows is like a huge exception. Like that's like saying imagine maxi and QCR. Whoa. Shouldn't Maxi been in this collection? Dude, they're trolling.
You're fishing for something.
You know, I think I've said this before. This is a product that would not sell, so I would probably be the troll. But I've always said they should just print every card that's ever been banned as as a set. Like, not that you open a pack. It's just like almost like Dual Devastator. But it's just like we have every banned card that's ever been banned, even if it's unlimited to in the current day. It's like this card is banned. Here's like a different rarity that we haven't made. I think some people would be into that because it's like they're banned, which means they were limited. They were playable at some point, or they're playable to this day.
Right.
So I think like that would have been cool for them to do, or just like a QCR like all banned cards.
A dual devastator set like that will be nuts. Even, and you can make the argument with a lot of people. It's like, oh, but it's banned. Like, what do you care about? It's like, well, a lot of players will care about because like you don't have Mat C on a rare or a common. No, now you have Mat C on a ultra or secret rare or a better quality rarity and modernized. And you got these other banned cards that they were before. And now they're like, sure, they may be banned and maybe you'll never see the day alive, but it's a nice collection. It's a nice memorabilia.
Yeah.
History or sorts.
Something. History, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that could have been a 25th, product. Be like, here from 25 years of Yu-Gi-Oh! Here are all the cards that had to be banned at some point. Right. Boom.
Wow.
I think that would have been interesting.
Like on a deck, the dual devastator bots itself, that I can see that, man. I can like, whoa. And then have like some little sleeves on the side, just like, hey, like you will have.
Yeah, it should be like almost a complete set. It should be like a mat, a sleeve, a good field center, not those like the ones that are just like normal cards. Like a plastic one that's like the judge ones. Konami dice, Yugi dice, whatever, coin, and then call it a day, or even counters. Oh no, because they use cards as counters. So never mind. But yeah, like they should have had a set like that.
Yeah, you're onto something. I like it. Yeah, that sounds like a good product to sell, whether people want it or not. That's a good product to sell.
Yeah, I just want a QCR Rise Heart. The only banned card that matters. Well, Shockmaster too.
Shockmaster. I mean, you got.
So imagine QCR Shockmaster.
What other bank cards that we like? Ooh, imagine Hockey Fibrats. Ooh, on another rarity bump. Link Cross. What was the Dark Matter?
Yeah, Dark Matter. Well, I'm looking at the.
Ooh, Dark Matter.
What else is forbidden?
I know there's a lot that are forbidden.
Trap Dust Shoot. 6 Sense, self-destruct button. Self-destruct button, isn't that the one that like ends the turn?
I need to read that card. You
can only activate this card. Look, listen to how you have like this card is worded. You can only activate this card while your life points are lower than your opponent's life points, and the difference is 7,000 points or more.
Bro.
Both players' life points become 0.
Bro, what kind of scenario is that?
Yeah. But again, it's like that's just a random card that could be reprinted. Red Reboot will be cool. Some of the Zodiac Soul Charge.
Red Reboot.
Soul Charge, another. A lot of people like Soul Charge. When did this get banned?
Which card?
Well, no, I was gonna say Smoke Grenade of the Thief, but
that got banned during hockey format where everybody was spamming Borlo Savage equipped to a smoke grenade and shit. I remember that card. Yeah, that was degenerate.
He again, dude. What are these like words, bro? Kaiser Coliseum. If there's one or more monsters on the field of the controller of this card, his/her opponent cannot place a monster on the field if his/her number of monsters would exceed the number of monsters. Like, dude, what is this? Like, this is why we need cards to be reprinted.
Yeah, because some of his wording is like, yo.
I love the his/her instead of saying opponent. I don't, okay, Mystic Mind.
Sure, that's one.
Confiscation.
Ooh, confiscation. Potter Creed too. I mean, why not?
Well, I mean, that they got reprinted in the pot collection.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. But you can still add it. I don't care. Just add it to one card. But like I said, the Zodiacs, True King of All Calamities.
Ooh, VFD upgrade.
Outer Entity Azot.
Oh, yeah, I would like that. I would sure like that.
Rongo, Heroic Champion Rongo.
Fuck Rongo. Fuck Rongo. Fuck
Galaxy Tomahawk.
Tomahawk, yeah.
Number 89, Mind Hacker.
My hacker
My cashier card.
My hacker would be nice.
Let's see. What are there's not a lot of synchros, just Baron, Savage. Oh, Chaos Ruler. The Chaotic Magical Dragon.
Chaos Ruler.
Tempest Magician.
Tempest.
Dude, all the synchros are from this year. Except two. There's five synchros. Baron the Floor this year. Savage Dragon this year. Chaos Ruler that happened because of tier limit.
Yes.
Red Hot Dragon Archfiend Calamity was this ban list, and then Tempest Magician. So yeah, only two of those are being printed. What else? Sprite Elf, interesting. Prank Kids, Meow Mew, Verde Anaconda. There's a bunch of cards that they could. Yeah, this will be almost like a 200 card set, but all in QCR. No, and again, these are all the cards that are currently banned. This is not even every card's been banned in history, right? Because then you get all the Dragon Rulers. Like we said, Thunder Dragon Colossus. Arch Nemesis Protos. Like,
damn, I'm thinking about VFD right now.
I said that like 10 minutes ago, bro.
I know. It was still lingering in my head. I was like, I knew there was one card that I love that I wish they could have put it out, and it was VFD. Yeah.
What is it? Once per turn, you get detached, and when you win the duel.
Oh, wait a minute! Isn't that other card Utopic Futures in there?
Yeah, Utopic Future. Yeah. Oh, Utopic Zexal. Yeah,
Utopic Zexal. That's another fun card. This
card XC summon cannot be negated. When XC summon, your opponent cards and effects cannot be activated.
Degeneracy. I remember during Eldritch Numeron days, man.
Yeah.
Pull that card out of the skin of your ass, bro. It's like you either lose by Setzel or you lose by Numeron.
And you know what's crazy is this never had like a good printing. The first printing was the Shonen Jump printing, and then the second one was Maximum Crisis Special Edition. So that means if you bought the unlimited box that came with 4 packs, you get this as a promo.
Right.
So this card actually never got printed like in a normal core set or side set or reprint set. It was always like promo.
Right. So
they knew it was broken.
They somehow managed to abuse it. Somehow, that's what we Yu-Gi-Oh players are degenerates. Well,
same with Shockmaster. What am I looking at? Shonen Jump Alpha promotional card, and then collectible tin 2012.
So you're telling me that back then Yu-Gi-Oh had degenerate cards coming out of the Shonen Jump?
Yeah, just to promote you buying the magazine.
That kind of explains Victory Dragon. Now that I think about it, I got Victory Dragon by buying a Shonen Jump magazine. That's fucking insane. And then now all those like Yu-Gi-Oh promotions that you see from getting released on magazines, they're all ass.
Yeah.
Like you think about it, it's like, damn, like what made the fucking flip to say like, oh yeah, back then it was so degenerate, like now we're gonna make ass cards. But at the same time, promote Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's bring back degeneracy again on magazines again. Come on. Make promotional cards great again.
I'm looking at some card, yeah, Victory Dragon, like you said. Heavy Metal Foes Electrum.
Electromite was a promotion?
Oh, no. I'm saying it's a banned card that has.
Oh yeah, no. Heavy Metal. Yeah. I feel like Heavy Metal should be out by now. Let's see.
They're afraid of giving people PTSD.
Of what? Like we're on Master Duel 5. So
Pendulum.
Yeah, but you see Electrolyte is still valid in Master Duel, and there's not that many Pendulum players.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, give them electrolyte. What's gonna happen? Oh, draw free. How is that any different from the other draw frees that they normally do on their pendulum combos?
You're not
Sure,
wrong.
but pull out meow meow. Yeah, pull out meow meow. We need meow meow out. Prank kids can come back. Come on, and give meow meow a nice treatment, a nice upgrade treatment.
But yeah, I don't have anything else to say about the Bonanza. I
Yeah,
don't think it was a total flop. I think it had some good cards.
yeah. I guess I will change my mind. I thought initially I was a flop based on the shit that they were releasing, but as the more and more we got closer to it and then saw some of these cards, I have to give it to you know what? It was definitely much better than Rarity Collection 2. It was actually much more well fought it. They fought this through like they give it to the Time Wizard format players and casual and anime fan players. And they also give it to the competitive players and anybody who wants to have staples on a cheaper price instead of spending $80 for a card. They can go ahead and grab it. So kudos on then. Yeah, I'll change my mind. I'll admit it. It was a good. I still feel like some of these sets, if we knew that they were gonna reprint these cards, why would they reprint it in the tins? They could have just skipped.
Yeah.
They could have just skipped the tins on those of those same cards and just reprint right here, and they'll still get their money. I don't know. I feel like that was just a waste for the tins itself. I don't know, but that's me. That's me, guys. What are your thoughts, guys? The Bonanza set and then crossover breakers. What do you guys think about what's happening in the future, especially with Maze of the Masters getting released on March? Do you guys love it? You hate it? Let us know in the comments down below. One last thing before we move on to our few last topics. I believe February. So January is gonna be Supreme Darkness, the next core set.
Mhm.
Few weeks it's the deck building set, crossover breakers. February is the structure deck, the Blue Eyes structure deck. Do you believe Blue Eyes will come back as a meta deck?
I don't. I mean, is it doing anything to OCG?
It is.
It is okay.
Surprisingly, it is. It's actually making is reaching to champions, to regionals. It's making headwinds. It's making noise. That's the thing. There's not that much representing of it because Ryzeal is dominating the whole thing. But based on the last time that I saw it, it was Ryzeal highest representing, followed by Maliss, followed by Blue Eyes, followed by Tempai. And I'm like, I didn't realize that one link, Blue Eyes, literally just make or break the deck itself. And that seems to be the experience that people are having. Just having two vanilla Blue Eyes and the rest of the cards is just from the set and other cards and whatnot, and the link itself, it's just you just go off. Apparently, we might see Blue Eyes in regionals now.
Yeah, I'm looking at Road of the King. Uh,
Again,
it doesn't have a high top cut, but like in this meta breakdown, they've had, I guess in the tops, they've had 5 Primite Blue Eyes and then 2 like regular Blue Eyes.
Holy shit, I totally forgot about Primites. You're right. Primite's gonna have more support. That's gonna like help the deck a bit more consistent and help other decks to be a more of a sub engine.
Yeah.
So the deck so Primites itself is not good alone. It's good to be as an engine, and they'll be splashed on other engines. In fact, I've seen people playing Primite on Ryzeal. That's a crazy thing because you put the Primite and you can get Evil Zor Dolka out.
Yeah.
Which is like, whoa, crazy. And I did hear about Primite with other decks as well. And I heard for the Blue Eyes, that's right. Because obviously you have the vanilla, that's all you need. And you could just like combo off just using Primite. So I can see now why I forgot about Primite. Wow. Could be. Well, it only takes one good player, man.
Yeah. Not me though. I'm not. I'm not interested in making Blue Eyes better again.
No, not me. I know there's one person that we call him Kaiba in cool stuff because he always plays like Blue Eyes. He's always playing the Blue Eyes deck. Even putting bestials and dealing cards, he always gonna have Blue Eyes as his main theme. And I know we call him Kaiba. I'm pretty sure that guy's over the moon for that. He's probably gonna be the one topping on all the locals and shit.
And to me, the real Kaiba is Travis because he actually took Blue Eyes to Worlds.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, that is a fact. That is a fact. Actually, I want to see Travis play Yu-Gi-Oh once more with this new Blue Eyes deck. And I want to see him like, yo, you had to face us now with the Blue Eyes. Like, I want to see you play. I want to see how are you gonna go about it. Like,
he's gonna play. He's upset that the deck is coming out before YCS Orlando because he said he would have practiced for YCS Orlando the Blue Eyes deck.
Oh, wait. So when is YCS Orlando? Before
I think February.
Oh,
which I don't even know how that works. You need to register and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know how that works either. I find it. Don't you get like an invite or something, or you just go there?
Anyone can sign up for YCS.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You just have to sign up.
Oh, okay. Well, I couldn't, even if I wanted to, I couldn't because that's around the time my son's birth is popping out. So
it's February 1st and 2nd.
1st and 2nd of February.
Yeah.
So yeah, good luck convincing that to my wife.
Mine, you be Mr. Orlando.
yeah, you made me miss Orlando. What's up? I could have won champions, man. You didn't know.
If you win, you can tell your son, "Yeah, I'm a YCS champ."
You're talking to a YCS champ guy. What have you done in your life except for being born? Exactly. Shit. Let us know in the comments down below, guys, what you guys think about. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to talk about the Penguin yet. I want to do it.
You want to talk about UnionArena?
What's
coming out?
Oh shit! Jujutsu Kaisen is coming this month. I totally forgot.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, guys, ladies and gentlemen, new UnionArena said it's coming up this month in February. Actually, like 2 weeks from now. No, is it 2 weeks or 1 week from now? Like next week. Yeah.
No. I think next week the stores get them, and then the week after that they can start hosting like the release events and stuff.
Nice. So yeah, guys. Next week, guys, Jujutsu Kaisen is coming out. For some reason, I'm hearing a lot more hype on Jujutsu Kaisen that I heard from Bleach and Hunter x Hunter, which is like I'm kind of surprised. But maybe it's because like people love Jujutsu Kaisen that much and they're like hype about the set itself. I'll just buy the starter deck for support, and if anything, I'll just play the Sukuna blue deck. That's as far as I'll go, but I'm not gonna go invest that much. But yeah, I've seen and heard a lot of people that Jujutsu Kaisen is good. It's getting released, and a lot more hype coming on the Code Geass in next month. And I heard through the web binds that in the Code Geass they have like strong cards, strong decks that could demolish any of the IP decks. And I'm like,
NANI?
What? How? What? They say again, one of these came from the grapevines of Kenneth. So you gotta take Kenneth's word with a grain of salt. They say that I have no hate for Kenneth. I love you, Kenneth. Shout out to you, brother. But you know how sometimes he says like, bro, like I can beat you with my sword deck. It's like, but but you haven't.
Emotional,
But
damn it.
I can easily beat you. Like Sorcerer is weak, and it's the only deck I play. It's like, weren't you playing Labyrinth not too long ago?
Bruh.
What? Weren't you playing the 60 pile adventure club shit? What?
Bruh.
Like, Kenneth, what are you talking about? Oh, I love Kenneth, bro. Great player. Great TCG player. But he was definitely hyping a lot more with the Kogias IP. And he says that the Lancelot deck is the one that's gonna be demolishing every other IP. And I was like, okay, that remains to be seen, but I'm curious about it. I heard Sukuna and Toji's decks are pretty good. Like Sukuna is the blue deck and Toji is a purple deck.
Mm-hmm.
And that's as much as I know. That's as much as I know to my knowledge as to UnionArena related news. I know I've been scrolling YouTube from time to time and seeing some gameplays from the OCG, seeing them play and whatnot, and seeing how they interact. And I see like, holy shit, like there's a lot more wins with this certain deck than this one. But we won't know until it's officially released in TCG. And then more deaths are getting released next year. Like everything is already set in stone all the way until March. Like I think it was Demon Slayer in January, right?
Yeah.
Demon
Slayer.
February is One Punch Man.
Let me quickly check.
Yeah, I have them on my freaking Twitter
calendar.
No, not a calendar. Twitter. I just saved them on Twitter and be like, yeah, this, you know.
No, One Punch Man is in March.
Oh,
but beginning of March. So Demon Slayer is end of January. So January 24th. Yeah. So January 24th.
Mm-hmm.
And then Demon Slayer is March 7th.
Interesting. So they have nothing for February? That's good, I guess. Give them a little space, a little break, you know? Okay. So yeah, they have stuff all the way to March. Good. Now, there's still more stuff to come from UnionArena itself, coming through the rest of the year. Because I know that's when they're gonna release Black Clover, which is the one that I'm excited. And there was another IP that they're gonna release in TCG as well. I totally forgot again.
Yeah. They announced I think it was Blue Lock.
Blue Lock. That's the one.
And then Sword Art Online.
Oh, now we're talking. Yes. Oh my God. And next year is gonna be insane then. Yeah, I'm trying to scroll in to see all this stuff. Yeah, next year is gonna be insane with those IP releases, man. But what are your thoughts so far with UnionArena? How are you liking it?
I definitely like it. I feel like I don't know. I still like Yu-Gi-Oh a bit more just because to me Yu-Gi-Oh is so chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
I do like it's a bit more interactive, like back and forth.
Right.
But I see what other people were saying that like there's not a lot like deck building because like once you find like the best deck, like
that's the only
that's
one
pretty much it. Yeah, like they're like for like Hunter x Hunter, right? Like you can do the Karapika deck, which is the one I was using against you.
Mm-hmm.
But you can make the blue bomber deck. You can make, the purple decks, but a lot of people don't like them. And then the thing is, like, as other IPs come out, like their boss monsters have like more crazier, like, effects, stuff like that. So like the beginning sets, become a bit weaker. From what I've heard. Again, like I don't really know the whole like OCG metas and stuff like that. Because I was like looking, there's this one like Attack on Titan set coming out.
Right.
And this card is like you can attack twice with this card. And then if you and it has impact, I believe. And then on the turn that it's summoned, if you pay an action point on top of the one that you paid to play the card to raid with the card, You pay an action point, it gains a third attack, and the third attack gains snipe.
Bruh.
What
So I'm just so I'm like, yeah, that's just like a board wipe. And that's one
Legit.
monster. So if you have your other three, characters, you just basically clear out everything and start attacking life pretty harshly. And I'm like, yeah, that's crazy, And the thing is, it's a 6/1 cost.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
It's a 6/1 cost.
Yo.
But Karapika Snipe is a 7/1. That's what I'm saying. Like, is that really balanced? Like, wow, I gain Snipe for one turn. It can only attack once, and it's a 7/1 cost. But then this character attacks 3 times. Sure, it only gains Snipe that one turn, but it's like, but it gained a third attack with Snipe. So it's like, yeah. So even if your opponent is choosing to like let you take life, it's like, cool, I can still clear a boss monster because I just gained Snipe.
That's crazy. And you know the attack level of this card itself, or no?
It's like 4,000, but when it's played, it gains 1,000.
Oh, that's so
So it's a 5,000.
So on top of being able to attack like 3 or 4 times, it's also a 5,000 beat stick.
Yeah.
When attacking.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Sure, why not?
So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a bunch of that's clearly power creep,
I feel like at that point, UnionArena need to start like addressing some of those cards and start like adding more resources to their own IPs, because you see the Bleach deck and they only have like the early stages of the 1,000-year Blood War, which is the last season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how come we haven't getting a release for like the earlier seasons of Bleach, like when they started? Like, why don't you make when I'm telling you this, it's because the sky's the limit at this point. They got seasons of these series that they can literally make a bots for it. Like, they can make a deck, a specific deck, like go to Hueco Mundo arc. Like, you can make like ridiculous decks out of it just by using characters, like having a nice Ulquiorra deck or a Grimjow deck or something like that. Or, with the Hunter x Hunter, there's other seasons that they can tackle, even tackling from the old series. And Jujutsu Kaisen, bro, the manga is done, but the anime is still going. So they've only tackled like half of the first and second season. They still a lot more that they get uncover from those seasons, that like they can even make a Megumi deck or this other deck, or like same with Code Geass and same with Black Clover. Because when I look at Black Clover, I saw the cards that are getting released and it's only coming from the last season of Black Clover. Bro, they have an arsenal of characters that they can make a deck out of. And they can go nuts with the other seasons as well. Like, I'm pretty sure there are other characters in which people will say, man, I wish they have this card so I can play this deck because I like that character when it came out at such and such season and whatnot. And like, the sky's the limit. I thought the entire time with UnionArena that it was going based on that. Like, okay, we're going to give you these IPs with these seasons right now so you can taste it. And then later on, we're going to give you more and more of each IP season with more cards for you to tackle. I thought that was the approach. I didn't realize it was going on a different approach. Like, I haven't seen anything like brand new other than what? The Hunter x Hunter's getting a new bots, right?
They haven't announced that here. They only announced the Bleach one.
On the OCG.
No. Both are out in the OCG. But for the TCG, they announced the Bleach one is coming over.
With new cards.
Yes. It's called Volume 2. So Volume 2 of Bleach with new cards is coming out.
See, so wouldn't that game itself flourish a lot more if we get more of those volumes?
Like Volume 2s?
Yeah, Volume 2s of each IPs and then get to Volume 3. Bro, there could be Volume 20 at this point on each of these.
Yeah, but the thing is they have to like sell like the whole thing they're trying to do is get as many people into the game as possible. So it's like if you already got all the Bleach people, like you only have to like really keep them like you don't have to like set the volume 2 very fast, right? Because it's like, okay, you got your Bleach cards, you probably play for a while, you already invested. They don't need to try to capture you like in 6 months. They can wait like a year and a half and be like, okay, we have a second set.
I'm okay with that. As long as you're telling me that there is a longevity and that there's gonna be more support later on, I'm okay with that. As long as you're telling me there's gonna be a support. But if you're only telling me that this is the one Bleach set that you're ever gonna release, you're not gonna have more, then you're like, you get the bun for that. Because I would expect.
I mean, it really depends on the sales too, because like if they see that like no one really bought like Tekken 7, right? Like if no one really bought this Tekken 7 stuff, then like why would they invest in like a second, like in a volume 2?
I understand that part. I'm just tackling more of like in those animes that there's more characters and more stuff to explore that you can continue that.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Like
in Hunter, yeah. Like even in the Hunter set, like they still haven't done the Chimera Ant arc, because like, and it's like, yeah, that's a pretty big arc. They're not like
imagine there's like a Chimera Ant deck itself, like the king of the chimeras, and there's a deck revolving deck. Wouldn't that be something like, holy shit, I want to play this deck?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to get to. Like, I wish that these guys can actually, like, if you gotta do the whole UnionArena thing, like, don't leave us hanging by saying like we're just printing this little small piece and that's it. It's like, give us a little bit more. Like, give us the hopes of us more. Like, give me that glimpse. Like, you announced the volume, there's a volume 2. Shit, yes. I can't wait for volume 2 to appear. Like, stuff like that. But don't just like leave us hanging with just like this one box and forget about it. We won't see anything until 2 years from now, That's where my head is at. Is like I was in my head, I was expecting like, oh shit, maybe I could play it when UnionArena comes with these decks. Maybe when they release, I could play Grimmjow, because I like Grimmjow, the character. I like Okiura. Okiura is such a fucking badass, and when you put in his Resurrection, it's even whoa. Or having Ichigo on his Vasto lore form, or his final Getsuga, like have that print on a card and be able to play it. It's like, holy shit, that just blows up and Bleach fans' dream. Like, just to have that on a piece of card, bro. And I'm pretty sure you're in the same way with the Hunter x Hunter. Like, give me this card, like, print it out. You'll be losing your shit afterwards. But because the reason why I'm complaining about it or saying this, it's because I see how much Bandai gives a lot of love to One Piece. Now, to be fair, yes, One Piece is a whole different ball game. It has a large fandom, and the money is there. People are playing One Piece. But Bandai, if you're actually like, if you guys, because Bandai took their time to develop One Piece into the TCG, in the card game itself. They took their time, and I saw how slow play they did, because it took them with the 4 color decks, whatnot. And I agree. One Piece has like a huge seasons. Like, it has a lot of arts. But based on the core sets that they're be releasing, and side sets and structure decks and whatnot, they're literally all over the place. Like, you started with this, and now you got this, and now you're caught up with the anime, and now you're back. Now you're backing back. Now you're adding more side. Like, they continue to add more crap, just like in the anime, that they add more crap that they shouldn't. They do the same thing on the TCG, and people are just playing by it, So I wish that they're actually doing that they can do that same treatment with UnionArena, because with UnionArena, now you're limitless, because you have so many IPs that you can actually like go nuts, and each IP has their own season, so it just goes further beyond. And now with the announcement of Gundam, which basically I saw some of the gameplay. It's like, bro, this is like playing UnionArena with One Piece all together into Gundam. And Gundam has a way bigger IP than One Piece and UnionArena, based on how many Gundams have been released, how many universes are. It's ridiculous. As a Gundam fan, I'm like at stoked. I'm not gonna play it. It's only collector's purposes, but it's just ridiculous how big it's gonna be. But it's like, all right, you're making it a big like that. Give me that same love that you're giving to Gundam, you're giving to One Piece, to UnionArena with all IPs, with every single one of them. I want to have more. And as a TCG fan, yeah, I would expect more. And that means other people will share the same compassion and be like, yeah, I want to have more as well. That's where
I definitely want more Hunter x Hunter.
yeah. And you should have more Hunter x Hunter instead of like tackling the one section that they gave you. They should have the Chimera and arc and every other arts that they're missing out of. But what will we know? What do we know? We're just a couple knuckleheads talking our asses out of it. You know, and that's what it is. All I know is like hope that the UnionArena really takes off now that Jujutsu Kaisen and Kokias are coming near the horizon, and people will like, all right, I want this, and Bandai will like, all right, we're gonna give you guys what you need. You know, we will see. That's all I got for it. You don't got anything else?
I don't have anything else for Union.
Yeah. Guys, let us know in the comments down below what you guys think about UnionArena and any of these TCG talks. You guys love it? You guys hate it? You guys got better ideas about it? Let us know in the comments down below. I'm just gonna wrap this up, bro. We've been talking near 2 hours, man. I think it's good. We can leave it right here, man. I guess the last thing that I can tell you, which I'm so stoked about it, and this is something that I know you're gonna like. The original voice actors for the Gears of War are reprising their goals for the new Gears game. So, like the voice actor of Mark and Phoenix and Dom, the original voice actors are reprising their roles. So that's great to hear, because I guess a lot of people were either upset or they're like, oh no, what if they switch voice actors, because they wanted to keep the same people for the new games. I mean, if we're playing Gears, like, yeah, keep everybody, keep every single voice actor for that, you know, don't switch it up. And I guess they finally announced that, you know, the voice actors for Dom and Marcus, they're reprising their roles, and it's just everybody in the internet is just going nuts, which I'm happy, because I'm a big fan of Mark and Phoenix's voice actor John DiMaggio, who also does Bender in Futurama, which is like, yeah. And he also does other voice acting for other anime shows and video games, especially one in Final Fantasy VII as one of the bad guys. I didn't notice that until I heard his voice. I was like, oh shit, that's him. Damn. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see and hear Dom and Marcus once more.
What about Coltrane?
Woo! Cool, baby. The cool. I mean, we don't know anything about this game. That's another thing.
Yeah.
Like, I have no idea what's going on with this game. I don't know if those are like the only ones that they're playing. I don't know if the Coltrane or Bear are gonna be taking part of. Like, this is all a prequel. This is like the E-Day version. Like, this is probably, if you read the books, probably takes place during the flashbacks of Anvil Gates, and yeah, I think that like around the Anvil Gates flashbacks, which it tells them the story between Dom and Marcus, how they got together, how they're brothers and whatnot, and they explain like how they joined the COG, and you know that we're fighting for a good cause and whatnot, and all of a sudden E-Day happened, and then all shit went to hell. So this is a prequel. I don't know if we're gonna see Coltrane or Bear in it, due to the like.
Judgment wasn't Judgment the prequel for Bear.
Yeah, the Judgment was a prequel for Bear and Coltrane.
Oh, okay. Oh, Coltrane's in it too. Okay.
Yeah,
I forgot that.
Yeah. So that was definitely a prequel. but it takes like years later after E-Day and a few years before the original Gears 1.
Mm-hmm.
The timeline is crazy. The timeline, you have to read the books and pay attention to the timeline and know where you are. It's like it's all over the place. But that's where I know. That's how much I know. And since they announced it's E-Day, we know it's like, all right, the day of reckoning. That's when it happens.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they're gonna emphasize a lot on those two characters because they were the two characters that were together when the whole shit started. And possibly that's when they'll see why Marcus was in prison for many years until they decided to like pardon everybody and like, all right, and then Gears 1 starts.
All right, the plane's about to die. You're free to go.
Oh, who's gonna die? You're gonna die. I'm gonna die. Who's gonna die?
I'm saying the planet. That's why they free Marcus. They're like,
yeah,
we're about to die.
They have no other choice. It's like, all right, last resort. Let's just bring everybody out because we're dying here. Like, we're losing this war badly. All right, let's bring every other criminal out. Everybody. Yeah, they definitely needed they needed Marcus that bad for them to like, all right, let's bring him out because yeah, we need him. So I'm very curious of how that went about. Based on the conversations, it's just like he just didn't follow orders and that's it. It's like, oh, well, yeah, that makes more sense. Put him to prison for not following orders while the planet is dying. Sure, that makes a whole lot of sense. What? But I guess we'll see what happens, man. That's pretty much it, man. I wanna finish it off right here, man. We could talk about other things next time when we meet up. I think next week I got Mr. Angry Trollface. Shout out to him. He's coming over to the podcast. We just need to set it up and be on the pod. So I'm excited for
Sounds
him.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Like that's it. We'll wrap this up right here, man. Before we leave, plug yourself out. Let the people know when they can follow you.
Yep, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Mike Phoenix Hero. As you know, I do Yu-Gi-Oh content. Oh, and then UnionArena content as well. I think my next video will be going over a master set of every Hunter card because I have every Hunter card now.
Nice.
And I don't think anyone else has it, so I think I will be one of the first people to show it off.
There we go.
So yeah, that's where you can find me.
Awesome, man. Well, Mike, thank you very much for always coming over to the show, man, as always. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe for your weekly episodes at youtube.com/WolfGeekPod. That's Wolf with a V, Geek Pod, guys. You can check all my latest episodes right there. You can also check the audio versions in SoundCloud, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts, and anywhere at Wolf in Geek's Clothing. Comment down below. Let me hear your thoughts. Share your experiences. You guys got a specific topic that you want me or you want Mike to talk about and cover? Please let us know in the comments down below. We're gonna do our best to talk about it in the next episode. So, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace.